Hi guys, welcome back to Black Sheep Tarot. I know it's been a minute since I posted. Oh, ew. Sorry guys, a little hair there. I do hair in my real life, just to let you know I'm a hairstylist. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and might be on my tarot setup. It's my extension setup. So I sit right over there and do hair extensions, and then I pop right over here to do readings. So anyways, that's why there's the random hair in the video. Sorry about that, but I promise it's clean. Came right off a weave track, nothing nasty. So I just got back from out of town. I missed you guys. I have 7 subscribers now, and like a big dork, I'm excited about it. But one of you guys asked me to do, well, and 7's a lucky number. Okay, so whatever, I'm going with that cool number. Quality over quantity, and I bet you guys are all the coolest. Drop me a note, something about yourself. If you read tarot, follow tarot, any of those things, I'd like to know. And somebody requested a video on a Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears reading. It's going to be a relatively quick one, just because they're not together. They haven't been together in a while. So there might be some stagnant energy there in regards to doing a reading for them as a couple. But so what I'll do is I'm going to pull a couple cards on this side for Britney, a couple cards over here for Justin, see if there's any overlap, and then some cards in the middle with the rose deck to see if there's any connecting energy left, any thoughts of each other still, if there's anything going on. Because anytime you guys do a request, I would like to fulfill that for you. But just heads up, it's probably going to be fairly quick. I shouldn't be assumptive, I suppose, but usually when something's been gone and over for a long time, there's not a ton, but let's see. Maybe she's been on his mind a little bit. I mean, I know if one of my exes was all over the news going through something like what she was going through, I might start thinking about him a little more, reminiscing a little more. If I liked them, think about reaching out a little more. I'm on friendly terms with a lot of my exes, so you know, it could be triggering something between them. I'm actually, funny enough, friends with a lot of my husband's exes. His ex-girlfriend just was over getting her extensions done. Speaking of extensions, so we're doing Rider Waite for Britney, because that's just kind of my tired and true deck that I use for everything, the classics. I've done a lot of readings for her with this deck. I'm going to shuffle one more time. I'm going to do Modern Witch for Justin. We'll see what pops off or pops up. What do you guys think? I low-key liked him and Britney together just because she seemed so happy. But he's not my super favorite dude. Okay. Yeah, she's completely over it. I don't think she's thinking about him. Okay, that's Britney's energy. Now we'll do Justin's energy. Well, she's just, so this is her energy, not necessarily in relation to Justin, so that could be a little different, but she's moving on. We'll get to it. I always try to get ahead of myself. I see a card and I just want to jump full speed in, start talking, even though different cards coming up could indicate something different. So I really shouldn't get ahead of myself, but you know, I have like raging ADHD, so I don't know what to tell you. Thank you for watching my videos anyways. I'm not doing anything shady with the shuffling, even though it's not on camera. These cards just aren't as well loved and worn in as my other ones, so they're a little stiffer, a little trickier to shuffle. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. So here's Justin. We pulled how many for Britney? 4. That felt right. We'll pull 4 for Justin. Huh, they both got the Hierophant in reverse. That could be some connected energy. So let's see. Now do the rose deck. these ones are little. And these ones I'm not as familiar with. They're not straight tarot, so they don't read the same way. They're more symbolic. So I may have to reference back a bit. So we pulled 4 energy cards. I think we can just pull 3 for this. That would make a nice little spread, right? The tree in reverse. Sickle the clouds. Okay, so I know what all that is about the, except for the clouds. Let me check the clouds real quick in this cute little booklet. Okay. So this might be a little more interesting than I originally gave it credit for, but not anything super salacious. Okay. So Britney is over here. Where Britney's at in her life with her energy. We have the Death card, which is just the total end of something. And a complete new beginning, moving on, and that makes sense, right? Because this whole secrecy, this whole veil of her being basically used as a human slave, human trafficked, or, you know, to, gosh, you know, if you're watching my videos, I'm kind of assuming you know some background on the case. If you don't, please check out that Surprise Witness, Sloan, Popcorn Planet. Some of my other videos, I go into more depth about it, but do not comment under here that she hasn't been, because she has. And now it's been covered up for a long time. It's been covered up for 13 MFing years, people. It's a long time to be hidden in plain sight, you know, because she's been in the public eye. To have what's been happening in plain sight, everyone knows now. She's not taking it. She's defiant. She's moving on. It is the death of that time in her life. So that's awesome, especially with her new lawyer. The Hierophant in reverse is a strong authority figure, tradition, just kind of being constrained by rules and condition and authority, rules and tradition and authority, and it's in reverse now. So she is bucking that. And it's funny that Justin's over. The connecting cards they both had, Justin and Britney both had the Hierophant in reverse, which means I think this part of her life is on his mind. Not necessarily their past relationship, and not necessarily reminiscing on memories and whatnot they had together, and not necessarily his connection to her, but this aspect of her needing to shed this very constraining, abusive authority. It is on his mind because for her. So he has been thinking about what she's been going through, because the Hierophant in reverse came up on both their sides. This is the card of poverty and just absolute loss. It's the card of misery. It's specifically, falling into the Pentacles. So most often it results in financial hardships. And she was being financially raped too by this, guys. I mean, for real. She's not poor by any means, but they were just absolutely exploiting her and taking advantage of her financially. And that's in reverse now too. This is being called out. And they were just limiting what she could spend. Her Elizabeth Arden perfumes in and of themselves, outside of her music, had garnered over $100 billion. So her cut of that alone, celebrities' cuts of that are average between 5 and 10%. Even if all costs added in, worst case scenario, she should have at least made $1 billion from that. And they're saying her estate is worth $60 million. Ugh. So that's another tangent. I try to stick to the readings and not go on tangents. So I really hope you've kind of been following this case. But so anyway, she should be the billionaire. And she just posted on her Instagram that she was so excited that she got her first iPad. They wouldn't let her buy an iPad. Are you kidding me? So the days of her being so financially restrained are done. So yeah, maybe she lived in a mansion, had nice stuff, but compared to like what she should have had, that's done. And the Knight of Swords is the card of action, moving forward. So this is where Britney's at. She really doesn't have anything reflecting onto Justin. Justin's reflects onto hers a little bit in regards to the situation that's making the news, like we said. But she is focusing on and like the end, the absolute end of this time in her period in her life that went on way too long, getting out of control from her psycho handlers. She is done being financially micromanaged when she's bringing in millions of dollars, and she is moving the F forward. Okay, so that's our girl over here. Yeah, Britt. Let's put a little rose quartz on it. Tone down this drink because we love her. So Justin over here is just chilling, really, and I don't know if he's got a lot of projects going on or anything, or he's chilling at home, but Ten of Wands in reverse is the card of, Ten of Wands is doing a lot of work on your own and not delegating, just taking everything on, trying to do it yourself, and it's in reverse. So he's not doing that anymore. So that can mean either he is delegating a lot of things in his life, or he's just not having to work quite so hard anymore. Seven of Pentacles is waiting for the fruits of your labor. This is in reverse. He's done waiting for the fruits of his labor. They're harvested. He's probably rich as book, right? So he's not working as hard. He's not having to wait for financial payoffs anymore. Ace of Swords in reverse is actually like he's not even struck by a lot of inspiration at the moment. This tells me he's not, if he is working on new projects, they're probably kind of brainchilds of someone else he's collaborating on. He's not passionately starting anything new at the moment, because would be the Ace of Swords right side up, and it's in reverse. And the Hierophant in reverse is him thinking about Britney over here, okay? So we'll just give him a nice clear quartz. Just stay here, Justin. And then the energy that connects them, okay? The tree in reverse. This is foundation, roots, stability, grounding energy. It's reversed. That part of their relationship was just like ripped up from the roots. It was a pretty final, you know, they don't have any, the foundation they built their relationship on isn't there anymore. And they don't have a foundation for, and the sickle's kind of the same thing as the tree in reverse. It's getting cut off at the roots. Whatever they had, however long ago, there was a misunderstanding and there was a lack of communication. Well, this doesn't say misunderstanding, okay, but it says that they did have something strong with roots, and it was cut off at the roots and ripped out by the roots, okay? So that's kind of sad that it was this strong foundation and this very grounding like energy and love, and just got ripped up and cut off at the roots. And the clouds is where I was saying it might get interesting. Let me go back to it. Yeah. So the clouds is like dilemma, confusion, distortion, blurred, hidden, misunderstanding, fears, uncertainty, doubt, and worry. So it's kind of saying that this all came to be with maybe not that good of a reason, over a misunderstanding, or maybe one side still doesn't understand everything that happened, or what did happen got spun into something that it shouldn't have. But it's dead and gone. It has no roots. It has no legs. Whatever was there, there's nothing to spring from anymore. But the reasons for that were not necessarily on the up and up. They were not clear. They were not concise. They were not understood by both parties. So that's kind of a bummer, because they did seem happy together, but it was a long time ago and there's nothing there anymore. But she's moving on and doing good, and he does think of her and wish her well in regards to getting out from under the thumb of the Hierophant, huh? All right. Well, that's Justin and Brittany. Have a good night. Thank you for subscribing if you have. If not, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you liked the video, that'd be cool. If you have a theory about what this misunderstanding is and you want to comment underneath, that would be cool. My thing is, I think that with all the cheating rumors between the two of them, only parts of the truth came out. And there's a lot more to it. That's what I think. But if you think something else, comment below. I am on Instagram now. I've been posting a little more often. I've been a little better about it if you want to follow me on Instagram. But this is the Justin Brittany reading. Thank you for the request, and free Britney.